You're watching the Economic Market Weather Report. My name's Jason Graneman, and I'm your lone slayer for the day. Good morning, folks. Welcome to your special Platinum Edition. Thank you. Big shout out to Break On Through Radio, who left me a fantastic comment, a suggestion, or, well, call it a request for more information on platinum. So we're going to get into that. Break on through. This is for you. Hey, that rhymes. Oh, well. The Dow comes out swinging. Well, after these ups and downs, the Dow comes out with over 400 points up today. So it's having some mild temperatures, I would call that. It's sunny, mild. It's trying to make a comeback. We'll see. I don't know. Not confident that the equities market has a lot of confidence in it. You're going to see this sort of stair-step pattern where if it is in a downward trajectory, it's still going to pop back. However, remember, we're watching the global markets, the news, and the direction is not supportive of a recovering Dow. That's my anticipation. However, on the Treasury side of things, we have a partly cloudy day, and it's right around 1.44 this morning. The Treasuries market, the mortgage rates are probably going to be flat today unless something drastic changes here. Now, there's some key factors that you and I should not lose track of, and that is the looming debt ceiling. The debt ceiling hasn't gone away. It's still an issue. It's just not being spoken about or discussed in the mainstream media. But you and I know better. So keep our eye on what's to come. December 15th is the magic date. And along with that, the government, however, yesterday agreed that they will remain open. Looks like potentially until February 18th. You know, that's what they've come out and said. There's a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to get into all of that. You can look that up on your own. But it looks like we're going to remain open through the holidays, which means what's next? Probably that debt ceiling topic. So as we know, that needs to be addressed. The markets, remember, react according to the latest mainstream news narratives. So watch for these things to start popping up and expect them to start having an effect on the weather in the equity section, which may help us over here in the bond sector. And notably, Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're not up. They're slightly down. So that sector of the industry is not reacting with the hard swing this morning that the Dow is and the general equities in the stock market. They're trying to come back and maintain the gains that they've earned this year. But like I said, crypto could be something to keep your eye on as another influence or item of interest to help you anticipate what the market is going to do so that you and I stay on the right side of the market and don't get caught flat-footed. Like I've mentioned on earlier videos, platinum is very interesting to me. Now there's gold and silver, and a lot of people have spent a lot of time talking about those two precious metals. There's some influencers out there encouraging people to buy and invest their money in that direction. I'm not making any of those suggestions on this channel. However, platinum is interesting to me. Platinum, unlike gold, is extremely useful and highly sought after for industry, as well as it's highly sought after for precious metals and jewelry, watches, and things of that nature. So platinum has sort of this dual personality. And platinum has been trending down. It's right around $940 per troy ounce this morning, and it dipped to $930 yesterday. Platinum is something that is highly influenced and absorbed by the auto industry. And it's more deeply rooted than that because, no, they don't use platinum in the doors or the dashboard. However, they do use it in their computer chips. And with the chip shortage, which I'm sure many of us have heard about earlier this year, and it's affecting the car industry's ability to produce cars, because without the computer chips, well, you can't really produce a car. Unlike, in the 60s, you didn't need computer chips. But you do today, and that is having an effect on platinum because, well, if you can't produce the chips, then there's no reason to buy platinum. And believe it or not, the auto industry is accounted for 40%, 40% of all the platinum. So the demand for platinum, you could say, has been reduced heavily because, well, 40% of the demand comes from the auto industry, among other things. And then somewhere in that other 60%, there's jewelry and, precious metals used in watches and things like that. But the auto industry has a huge effect. And so not only has the chip shortage affected the demand for producing automobiles, I'm not talking about the demand for buying them, that's up. However, producing them and making them available for purchase has come down. So there's less reason to purchase platinum. Not only that, there is a rise in EV automobiles. And EV automobiles, well, platinum's used in chips, but there's something missing on an EV automobile, and that is the platinum that's used in the catalytic converters. And catalytic converters are part of the exhaust system. So if you have an EV vehicle, you don't have an exhaust system. So there's another significant reason that platinum could be experiencing this rollback in price simply because the demand isn't there currently. Now, platinum is interesting because it is precious metal and it is mined much like gold and silver and all palladium. However, platinum is something that holds a lot of value, and historically speaking, and I'm being generally historical here, in the historical past, platinum has generally been higher in price than gold. Well, that's obviously inversed currently. It's about, half the price of gold. But interestingly enough, platinum is far less available, or at least it's mined less than gold itself. It's almost a 10-to-1 ratio. In other words, gold is mined 10 times more than platinum. Now, if you're in the jewelry business and you have more detailed analytics on that and you want to tell me I'm wrong, feel free. But generally speaking, it's about a 10-to-1 ratio. Maybe it's 5-to-2. I don't know. It could swing, is my point. But I'm being general here because I am not a jewelry expert and I don't look for those statistics. However, generally speaking, platinum is only 1/10 of the amount of the available gold that is mined on a consistent basis. So it makes it rare in comparison to gold. However, it's half the price currently, and we'll see if it continues to slope downward. That's what I'm interested in. I look for value in anything I can find value in, and platinum interests me because it is trending down. Yet it's a rare precious metal in comparison to other available precious metals, which are priced much more expensive. So it's something to consider and look at, and I like watching platinum because who knows, it may become a discount. And if it becomes a discount, well, it might become a good investment. Someplace potentially to put your money, anticipating that it would rebound and come back to a closer price point to perhaps gold. Who knows? If it surpasses gold, like it's done historically, well, there could be quite an upside. I'm not making any suggestions here for what you do with your investment portfolios. I'm simply pointing out something that's been interesting to me that most people aren't talking about. And maybe it's a hidden gem, pun intended.
Grandfather gave this watch to Granddad for good luck.
Now, notably, I mentioned palladium a bit ago, and palladium is similar to platinum, especially in its use. It's also used in chips and various electronics, and palladium is also relatively rare. In fact, it was only discovered, I believe, in 1903. That's my memory. We'll see if correct me if I'm wrong, but my memory says it was discovered in 1903 and really put to use more in the 1930s in jewelry and things of that nature. But it's similar to platinum, and it's durable, and it's also highly utilized in industry. Palladium is something else you might want to watch the price of. It's also, fun fact, palladium is typically used to mix with gold to create what we're familiar with as white gold, because true gold is yellow. But to create white gold, it's got to be mixed with something to bring that color down into that white sphere of color. So palladium is popular. However, much like other higher end brands, they'll use platinum to mix with their gold to also create that. And there's other recipes that go into that. It's not necessarily that simple, but palladium and platinum are things that are used to make white gold, and often mixed with metals for durability, color. Rolex, for example, uses platinum in their what they call Everose gold, and the platinum being so durable and fade resistant helps it maintain that rose color in their gold, because other methods tend to fade over time that rose color. Well, by using platinum, because of its durability, it prevents the rose gold from fading in the Rolex products. You can look all of that up. It's not some secret, but that's their recipe for creating what they call Everose gold. Forever Rose.
Man, I give the watch to you.
Let me know in the comments if you think platinum has any upside in the future. Generally speaking, all precious metals generally go up over time. Even though they have their pitfalls, long term could be possibility that we could see a much higher price on platinum in the future. Let me also know if you think it has more upside potential than gold itself. I'd be happy to hear your perspective so we can all learn together. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like me to cover, you want more information on, put those in the comments. I'll be happy to read them and get you as much information as I can possibly deliver, from my perspective at least. Now, my pro tip to everybody watching, don't forget the debt ceiling. It's still out there, and it's still going to become a part of our lives sometime between now and December 15th. Be prepared so that you are on the right side of where things could go. Thank you for watching. My name is Jason Graneman. I'm your Loan Slayer for the day. And remember, it's not work, it's a lifestyle. Cheers.